and Sahi presents the outside view. So a week already into the World Cup and we all know that it has been an eventful affair so far. So let's just quickly have a look as to how the things have unfolded this week into the mega event. Well, one of the highlights of this week was definitely the way West Indies have carried themselves in the World Cup. Playing their opening game of this tournament against host New Zealand, they knew how to find a way out of the maze. A century from Hayley Matthews, a century for Sophie Devine, and New Zealand required just 6 runs off the final over. But a Deandra Doughton special saw West Indies pull a nail-biting thriller. The second match of the tournament then saw the ODI World Cup debutants Bangladesh locking horns with South Africa. The Bangladesh bowlers put up a clinical display to the fore and restricted South Africa to a modest total of 207 runs. Especially Fariha Trishna was impressive with her bowling in the match. But South Africa also knew how to pull the momentum by their side. A special spell from Ayabonga Khaka, who picked up 4 wickets in the match and also reached 100 ODI wickets in her international career, saw South Africa win the game. And then it was time for England, Australia and India, Pakistan. England took the game deep enough against Australia, but a Jess Jonassen special in the final over helped Australia to continue their domination over England. While talking about the India-Pakistan game, the Pakistan bowlers dominated the proceedings initially against India, but the partnership between Sneh Rana and Pooja Vastrakar and a clinical bowling display from Rajeshwari Gaikwad saw India win the game by a big margin. And then a Suzie Bates special helped New Zealand to win the rain-affected game, which was reduced to 27 overs per side against Bangladesh. Amy Setterthwaite was also impressive in the match, picking up 3 wickets when spin was introduced in the match by Sophie Devine. We then got to witness a very special innings from the Pakistan skipper Bisma Maroof. Playing just her second ODI after she returned from her maternal break, she scored a half century and built in an important partnership there with Alia Riaz, a 99-run stand which helped provide some stability to Pakistan's innings against Australia. The celebration by Bisma Maroof when she reached her half century, wherein she looked at the dressing room at her daughter, was a special moment to savor for all of us. But Australia then dominated the proceeding against Pakistan as they won the match. The surprise package, as we termed them, West Indies, after having won a nail-biting thriller against New Zealand, they then entered the contest against England. West Indies had the winning momentum by their side, whereas England were searching for a win. West Indies started the game on a good note, but then when England brought Sophie Ecclestone into the attack, things suddenly changed. The partnership between Shidi Nation and Shimane Campbell then helped West Indies to put a total of 225 on the board. While chasing, West Indies got that early wicket of Laura Winfield-Hill, wherein Deandra Doughton was back with another stunner. She completed a fabulous catch which fetched in a lot of appreciations for her. 2 important partnerships happened for England in the game, and at the end it seemed that Sophie Ecclestone and Kate Cross might just take England to the finish line. But West Indies yet again found a way as they bowled out England for 218 runs. It was then time for India and New Zealand. Both the teams had faced each other in a 5-match ODI series ahead of the World Cup, wherein New Zealand had dominated the proceedings, and then they continued their domination over India this time around as well. Amelia Kerr loves to play against India, doesn't she? She brought up a good performance with both bat and the ball, hitting a half century and picking up 3 crucial wickets to help New Zealand win the game. Amy Setterthwaite also played a good knock for New Zealand. Talking about India's batting, the middle order struggled. A good positive for India from that match was the form of Harmanpreet Kaur, who played an innings of 75 runs, and the team would be hoping that she continues her good momentum in the upcoming games as well. And then South Africa and Pakistan locked horns with each other. Pakistan, of course, entered this contest after having lost their 2 previous games, whereas on the other hand, South Africa had won their opening game against Bangladesh. After having won the toss, Bisma Maroof elected to bowl first, and the bowling unit of Pakistan were able to restrict South Africa to a total of 223 runs. South Africa, it was obvious that this chase wasn't going to be a cakewalk for the Pakistan players. Shabnim Ismail struck with 3 wickets in the match, and owing to that, South Africa won the game by 6 runs. Shabnim Ismail, of course, was awarded as the player of the match. So a lot of close encounters in this week. Of course, we enjoyed the action so far, and we are all raring to watch how the action unfolds in the upcoming games as well. Until then, you stay tuned to Women's Cricket Zone for all the updates on women's cricket.